Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Allie and today we're going to talk about my 2018 low buy. If you've never heard of a low buy or a no buy before, it is generally when people make rules for themselves in order to not purchase something or to curb their purchasing. I don't want to say compulsions necessarily because that's not correct for everybody, but when you self-assess and you feel like you have an issue with buying something, in my case it would be makeup, you might feel the need to create a plan and then put that plan into action. So I have decided to go on a low buy because I know that I have an issue with buying makeup. I have self-stamped myself as a makeup addict, and I don't say that with a lot of like hee hee ha ha hilarious, like, oh my god, I'm addicted. I have to genuinely fight off the desire to buy something. And it's really not healthy, and it's really not something that I want to live the rest of my life doing. So these rules that I've written down, along with just some kind of general thinking practices that I have been practicing, go figure. I think that I will be able to have a really successful 2018 that isn't full of a ton of stress, that isn't full of me spending away all of my money, which is what this channel is about, is me. Last night I was watching a YouTuber, her name is the Daisy Girly, and I will link her down below, but she was talking about her low buy rules, and she was like, I have a notebook, I wrote them down, and I was like, oh, you know what, I'm putting this off. I have a notebook literally right next to me. I'm going to write mine down. I wanted to start out my low buy on a high note and just kind of wrote a note on the side. And it says, you are not punishing yourself. You will not punish yourself. Your goal is to save money responsibly, love what you have, and learn more. You can treat yourself nicely. And I wanted to put that there because just seeing the list where it started, it was no more this, no this, no this, no this, no this, no this. It can start to feel a little bit confining. And when I feel, you know, confined and overwhelmed and stressed, sometimes I don't react to those you know, factors the greatest. So I wanted to make sure that it was written down, it was set in stone, that this is not a negative thing that I'm doing. This isn't to punish myself. I am not bad if I fail at it. Like, you know, just kind of, you fall 7 times, you get up 8. You know, there are a couple hard no buys on this list. The first thing I'm not allowed to buy are liquid lipsticks. I think we all know why that is. I can't buy any blushes because I have more of those than I'll ever need, and that's only like 3. I can't buy anything to contour with unless it is a replacement. I'm allowed to buy replacement products, and that's the theme that you'll see throughout the rest of the list. I'm not allowed to buy any more foundations until all of my foundations have been used, tested appropriately, decluttered, or kept. And that's kind of like a list. I can't just decide, okay, I'm keeping all of them and then go buy foundations. I have to make sure that I go through all of the ones that I have. I do the rigorous scientific testing process that I think is responsible of me. I don't want to get rid of a product just because it didn't work the first time that I used it, or the second time, the third time. I haven't just used all my foundations once, for the record. But I want to see if I can find ways to really make what I have work before I give up on it and decide to spend more money. Next, I'm not allowed to buy any concealers unless they are replacements. I'm not allowed to buy any powders unless I run out. The current powder that I'm using to set my face, set my under eyes, things like that, is the Maybelline Fit Me. This is the loose powder in 05, which is the lightest shade. I love this. I hated loose powder, and then I found this. Girl, hell yeah. Oh my lord, it's amazing. 10 out of 10, will recommend. Here's where we start to get a little more intricate. So eyeshadow palettes have a minimum 30-day waiting period. My big issue with decluttering and buying things and my general desire for products come in the realm of eyeshadow palettes. I am obsessed with them, and I don't even wear eyeshadow every day. I don't wear makeup every day. This isn't something that I put on in my normal life to go out to the mall, you know? The mall! Sorry, it was 2008 for a second. Oh my god, that was 10 years ago. So the point is, I don't need any more eyeshadow, but it is something that genuinely brings me joy. And since I've started this channel, and since I've decided that I don't want to be really overwhelmed by products anymore, I kind of want to be more in control than I already am, I have been using it, I've been playing with it. It's so relieving to take the focus off of purchasing something and put the focus on using what I have. So I'm enjoying getting rid of what I don't want. I'm enjoying using and getting to know the products that I do have. And when it comes to eyeshadow, the thing is, I know that there are going to be 1 or 2 next year at least. One of them is the Kat Von D Metal Matte 2 palette. If that comes out and if it's something that I want, if it's something that I really like, I give myself permission to buy that palette. I'm okay with allowing myself to buy because I have a lot of heads up about it. It's not going to be an impulse buy. It is going to be something that I have however many months to think about. And if time comes when it finally drops and I don't like it, perfect. But the thing is, there isn't going to be any guilt or any, you know, shenanigans surrounding it. I know where I stand and I'm comfortable with that. Again, I'm not punishing myself. I'm trying to put myself in a better direction, and that doesn't mean that I have to stop doing and getting the things that I love. It just means that I have to do it more responsibly and I have to do it more considerately. So that's that. The next thing on my list says, don't buy a fucking neutral matte palette unless it is literally perfect. My next thing is that all eyeshadow palettes must be preceded with a genuine attempt to dupe it. Don't buy doubles. So I don't think I've released this yet, but I did a video where I duped the Kat Von D Metal Matte Mini palette with products that I already have. And the urge to buy the Metal Matte Mini was so strong. I knew 12 days, I think December 1st is when it came out, December 12th is when it released, and y'all, I wanted it so badly. And then I went through, I was like, Allison, you can do this, girl, you got this, you're better than this. I was able to dupe almost every single color exactly and swatch next to each other and use on the eye. There's no difference. That to me released the need, you know, to have this palette, and I think that's a really good practice, and it's one that I want to continue doing. If that video isn't up yet, it will be soon. Next rule is that I'm not allowed to buy crazy bright colors because I already own those. I have 1 palette and that is more than enough. My next rule is to try to limit new makeup content. I am curating the makeup information that I have around me. So I started to follow a lot more people who are doing declutters, people who are a little more practical about makeup, people that I used to follow that do a lot of product reviews. I am no longer trying to watch those videos. I have unsubscribed from a bunch of email lists. Basically, I just need to, you know, be more thoughtful about the things that I watch. Next 2 things are mascara and liquid eyeliner are replaceable items. I can't buy more, and mascara has to be from the drugstore. Next thing I'm not allowed to buy is highlighters. I have more than enough highlighters, girl. The last 2 things on my list are to think about how much money I'm saving with the things that I'm not buying, and think about what I could be saving that on, or what I could be spending that on rather. I could be putting it into my savings account. I could be spending it on doing something fun with my friends. I don't have to buy makeup. I would rather buy experiences. I am down for pretty much anything. I'm not down to like try all the weird foods in the world, but I'm down to try all of the exciting, crazy, terrifying experiences. So I would rather spend my money on saving up to travel in a little bit, or saving up to, I don't know, go on a rocket when that's a thing. Or, you know, just like bills and emergency things and in case pipes freeze. I don't know, stuff like that. And my last rule of my 2018 low buy is to utilize TMO if I need to. And that is essentially me giving myself permission to reach out for help. And if you don't know, TMO is an abbreviation for Talk Me Out Of, and that is a little part of the makeup rehab subreddit. So if you are someone who is into the decluttering idea, if you're on that same journey, if you think that you have an addiction but you're not sure what to do, if you're just kind of looking for a next step, or just some really nice people in general who love makeup but are trying to let it not take them over, I highly recommend checking out the subreddit Makeup Rehab. I will link it down below. That is the subreddit that really started this journey for me. So I think in my first video I discussed pan porn, but I did also discuss makeup rehab, but I don't think it made the final cut. I highly recommend that subreddit. I'm on it all the time. If Reddit isn't your scene, then you're doing Reddit wrong, or you haven't done Reddit at all. I don't know what else I did with my time before I was on Reddit. What did I do? Tumblr. Reddit is like Tumblr Daddy Edition, you know? It's just like better. If this is something that you are also interested in doing, and if you are on a declutter journey yourself, I would love to hear from you. I want to talk, let's hang out, let's be friends. I think that is everything that I have to say today. I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, night type time, whenever you're watching this, and I will talk to hopefully all of you soon. Bye guys. Hello vanity, how are you today? Hey everybody, welcome to my channel.